I love them. Child, please. All right. Tell me what you're looking at. You can go. And which main camera am I gonna be looking at? Because y'all on.
Look at mine because I'm recording off.
Well, you should be in the middle. You should be right here.
All right.
Switch places.
I love you, Q. Love it.
You love me?
I love it. Yeah.
I know you do. You have no choice but to love me. Oh, come on. All right. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, what's going on? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q with WTNT's 107.7. Q in the streets. I am here with the beautiful TAMI Roman. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well. You look incredible.
Thank you.
First of all, let's get into your hair.
You like it?
I love this straight bone on you.
Okay, all right.
But I like your new cut too. I like your haircut.
I am a fan of my shortcut and
I'm
wearing my own hair and getting up and not having to worry about gluing this wig down because I was losing edges. And so I figured, let me work on, restoring what's underneath, and then I can just pop this on when I want.
So we'll get into your hair and cosmetics and all that stuff in just a few. But I want people to know this is the queen of reality TV. You were one of the first to do it.
Yes, I was the second. Heather B was the first.
I mean, you've been in the business for over 20 years. You started when you were 23 years old.
Yes. Correct.
And your first show was The Real World?
The Real World.
Woo.
On MTV. And they're bringing that back. I don't know if you heard.
I didn't know that.
You
should come in and I should go there?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of lit.
Yeah, it'd be kind of lit.
Who you know?
I know who I need to know. Who I can help you.
Y'all, I got a little brother named Q. We're going to put him in this house and we're going to turn up. But you've been doing reality TV. You did Marriage Boot Camp.
Yes, once I came off of The Real World, I started, getting serious about the craft of acting because people didn't know that Real World was reality TV.
Right.
Too new at the time.
And it was first supposed to start off as scripted.
It was supposed to be a soap opera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was supposed to be a soap opera, and the production company, Bunham and Murray, MTV didn't have the budget for what they wanted to do. So they said, well, how about we take some just regular people and see what we can get from that, and that's how reality TV was born. But I started acting for about 20 years, and then I decided to return by way of Basketball Wives, and then that led to Marriage Boot Camp and Celebrity Wife Swap, and so on.
You like Celebrity Wife Swap, didn't you?
I had a great time. Let me tell you something. Carrie Lee Walsh is amazing. Olympic gold medalist, by the way. She and her family, Casey, and all the kids, I love me some Scout, her daughter. But they are just amazing people. Like really, sometimes you can enter into an experience and it's just not positive. Like you never talk to the people ever again. We're constantly like hitting each other up on, Twitter and the gram, and she's always very inspiring. So I was thankful to have met her through that process.
Through all of that, being as busy as you are, you still have Bonnet Chronicles.
I do.
On Tidal.
I do. We had a great run on Tidal because what a lot of people didn't understand, but once they grasped the concept, was that it was scripted. It was a scripted show on Tidal. We took the characters that I talk about, makeup on my Bonnet Chronicles, and brought them to life. And
it didn't start off as scripted. It actually started off as you doing something fun.
Yes.
On vacation, clapping back at a few of your old castmates. And you were your dad. You turned your data off, and you came back on, and your phone was going bananas.
Yes. Everybody was like, it just completely went viral. And then I was like, y'all, I'm just talking mess. But if you want to hear me say something else that's on my mind, let me do another one.
I got some more shit to say.
I got some other things. Let me address this Kim Kardashian real quick, and let me address this real quick.
So let's talk about the mother. How are your daughters?
My daughters are great. I have a 24-year-old and a 22-year-old.
How's their music?
Jazz is the one who's in music. She's 22, and it's going great for her. She really got invested in the trying to fine-tune her craft and really, be invested in music like 2.5 years ago. So if you put it into perspective like that, she's, leaps and bounds.
Now let's talk about, you once had a show called The Petty Betty Show.
The Petty Betty Show is basically...
And that was really cute.
Thank you. It was really a skit. So it wasn't, going to be, it's like what we're doing now, me interviewing me as Tammy, Petty Betty interviewing Tammy. Right. And that was cute. It was just a little sketch,
it was real
for
cute.
The people, but yeah.
Will you be doing more episodes of that? Or are you gonna leave it alone?
Petty Betty is going to take on a different form. I think we're going to move into scripted, pick up more where we were from title, but like going in a completely different direction with the character.
Will we be seeing more another season of Bonnet Chronicles?
No.
Are you hanging Bonnet Chronicles up? No.
I'm not hanging Bonnet Chronicles up.
Okay.
I'm disconnecting from title.
Oh,
I hung up
really?
that call.
Oh, okay. So you are probably one of the busiest women in TV
I'm trying
right
to
now.
do it. I'm trying to do it all. You know. I never
The last
turn
time I
down.
saw you, you were speaking here in Atlanta at the Ernest Living Tour.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you came in and just like wrecked the room. I mean, wrecked the room, like dropping gems, dropping knowledge. What jewels do you have for people trying to jump into the entertainment industry?
Take your time. Don't just jump in. You know, really know what field, what you really love, what you're passionate about. Try a little bit of everything. You know, for my actors, I always tell them, you know, do some background work. Learn what it feels like to be on set. Learn how to take directional cues. Background work can turn into under 5, and then next thing you know, now you're, you know, guest starring or recurring. You know, it's always a process. But just be passionate about whatever it is and study, study, study. There isn't an actor around, no matter how good you are, that should not still be studying.
So let's talk about you acting. You're currently playing the older sister, London.
Yes, on Family Business on BET.
How was that experience?
It was great because Carl Weber's amazing. Trey Haley's amazing.
I used to read Carl Weber's books.
Yes, yes.
Used to be sneaking in class, reading grown-up books I should not have been reading in middle school. It's time to read. I'm reading Carl Weber. Teacher come around. What you reading?
Right, physics.
Just he's a black Arthur and he's amazing.
Right. No, he really is. And you know, going into that situation, just being able to work with Valerie Pettiford, Ernie Hudson, and Darren Henson, and Miguel Nunez, who I've known for at least 20 years. You know, so it was Javicia Leslie, who plays my younger sister Paris, is freaking amazing. Like, everybody's, you know, so talented that it just was a situation that you walk into and you go, I want to step my game up, you know, to meet the caliber of what's already there.
I got a chance to witness you actually being on set. I was on the set of Hit a Lick with Tasha Smith and Little Mama. And
you guys know it as When Love Kills.
When Love Kills.
The original name was Hit a Lick, and then we changed it.
I thought the original name was When Love Kills, and then it got switched to Hit a Lick.
The original name was Hit a Lick, and TV1 didn't really vibe that one, so it was switched to When Love Kills, the Felicia
Hit a
Layton
Lick.
story.
Oh, I get it. But I was watching you on set, and I was just like, you've just grown so much as an actor, as a public figure, period. And I just love your professionalism. I actually saw you. The first time I met you. You were at the 12 Hotels, you, Little Mama, Tasha, everybody was just kicking it, and you came by, and you was like, hey, sugar, and I think I had on some like sparkly shoes that night or something, and you just kicked it with me, you had your hood on, I'm going to show you the picture afterwards, and she was just so sweet, and that's what I loved about you, because outside of reality TV, we're not even going to go that route, because we could talk about that for hours, but you are so sweet in person, and I think with you acting and showing people the other side of Tammy is amazing. So let's talk about your love life.
Ooh.
So I remember you not being opposed to want to get married and things of that nature. Have you changed your mind?
I'm still not, you know, doing the rewind. You know, Reggie is the love of my life, and we've been together for 4.5 years now. And you know, he wants to be married. I've already done that. We know that, of course. So we're just taking our time. We're taking it slow.
That's good. And I know that he's 13 years younger than you.
He's 17 years younger.
17? I thought I was 13.
17 years younger.
So my partner is older than me. So what advice do you have? What advice do you have for someone who's dating someone older?
Older. You know, I think it's really a matter of your personal growth. And you know, he could be 17 years younger, and he could be the type of person that's out in the club, and you know, still sowing his wild oats. And then he would, you know, he wouldn't be the person for me. But luckily, you know, he's an old soul, and I think that you always, when you're dating somebody older, level up. You know, in your thought process, in your actions, in your, you know, how you handle business. You know, always level up, because they've already done what you're doing.
I love the fact that you also are connecting with a lot of millennials. Like every time I'm on your social media, I'm on other people's social media, my LA friends, I see you with Lala, dudes. You know, so I'm always seeing you, you know, transition that energy.
Because I'm not as old as
she's like that cool ass auntie, that big sister. You probably like, nah, we going to Aunt Tammy's house because I know she's about to turn up.
And I'm everybody's auntie too. Somebody made a comment like, why everybody got to be her family? Like, why not? You know what I mean? I look at all the youngins as, you know, like my niece, my nephew, you know, and I like it like that because I want people, when you put that type of title and energy towards the relationship, people feel comfortable to come to you, to talk to you, to make a comment, to, you know, try to get advice. And I talk too fucking much.
No, I think you talk.
So, like, you want advice from me, girl? What you need to know? Like, sit down, chop it up. You got a Bud Light? Because I'm gonna need that.
And a cigarette.
Yes,
and she has the fingers.
So
show me the cigarette fingers. She's like, I'm a real smoker. I love it. Speaking of advice, you have been doing incredible with your weight loss journey. I know that you were on Envy. Was it Envy?
That was many, many years ago. Envy was 2011, 2012.
How have you been maintaining?
Well, you know, I was diagnosed pre-diabetes in 2010.
Okay.
And full-blown in 2012, and I had to do the insulin and all of that. And I was working on a show called Extant with Halle Berry, who's type 1 diabetes. I'm type 2. And, you know, I'm sitting up there, child, I'm eating the damn craft surfaces with the cupcakes with the chocolate. And she's like, are you kidding me?
Right.
And so she's like, you know, you either want to live or you want to die. And it didn't really affect me. Like, I was like, oh, Hallie, please. You know what I mean? I'm still young. It's going to be good. And I had a mild heart attack. And then from that moment, I said, you know, Tammy, you really got to get serious about transitioning, changing your diet. You want to be here for your children. And it still took me even time to like put that thought process into action. But once I did, I dropped all the weight, and you know, now I'm working on not smoking. Now I ain't doing that as quickly. As I did the diet change. However, it's here, you know, and it takes time to take the thought process into action. But I am, you know, thoughtful of it.
You look amazing. You just did you were on the cover of Plastic. Yeah, yes. Plastic with the Q. I love that.
Yes.
You look so incredible. I love the fact that you had your natural hair out.
Yeah. That was big for me because Nathan Piercy was the photographer of that, and they granted him the cover. And he called me. He said, "I want you to be the first person. I want do it with you." Incredible. And I was so humbled and shocked because this guy shoots everybody. Like Nathan shoots everybody. Like he's real big in Atlanta. You know.
Yeah, I'm about to say
and
he's a man in Atlanta.
And he called me and he's like, "I want to do you though because I don't think you understand the impact that you have." You know, with the millennials and with the older people, and you know, like your influence. And so I was very appreciative of that. It was hard to do my own hair because I'm always in a wig most of the time. And so he was like, "We're gonna do your natural hair," and so it was big for people to like it.
What's next for Tammy?
Oh, ja.
Because you are busy.
I am.
Do we see an Atlanta move? Because you've been here a lot lately.
I may do an Atlanta situation, but not because I have a show or any job or anything that's down here, but solely because I am a person who tries to teach the young ones. When you get some bread, it's not about a handbag, it's not about a car, it's not about a piece of jewelry. It's about long-term family generational wealth. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Okay, rich is I can get this bag, I might not be able to pay rent next week, but it fits in. Wealthy is I'm able to without concern. And so for me, I'm real big on investing in property right now. So that's where my head is at, and having several properties. So Atlanta might be a spot that I get a little.
Do we see Tammy EPing some?
Oh yeah, Tammy's definitely EPing. I have a spin-off special from Basketball Wives.
With your family, right?
My family.
Good, that's really good.
And so I'm EPing that. I'm EPing a talk show that I'm involved with. EPing another reality show with an ensemble cast of ladies. Mona Scott has been my mentor.
I'm about to say, I've been seeing y'all two kind of neck and neck lately. That's amazing.
She's been my mentor and kind of taking me under her wing and showing me the business. And I love Mona because people will like to keep you in a position where you have to rely upon them. Mona's like, that
Passing
person
the
is like, I'm gonna
knowledge.
teach you how to fish. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give you a fish. You know, so she's not, you know, holding on and crabs in a bucket mentality. She's like, you want to learn this? As long as I know you're serious, I'm gonna teach you how to do this.
One of my mentors always told me, you know, never steal from the person who's teaching you how to cook. Go get your own ingredients and learn how to make your own pie.
Make your own pie.
And that's
yeah.
good.
You know, yeah, and I always say I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. I'm just trying to add my spoke, you know. And learning from her has been a great blessing. Yeah.
I'm not gonna hold you too much longer. I definitely want to thank you for entrusting me. I know you don't do a lot of interviews and stuff.
I don't do. I'm like, child, I got to go. No,
you
but,
don't do a lot of interviews at all.
You know, but I wanted to sit down with you, and I want to bring awareness to another project called Fall Girls.
Yes, Fall Girls with Paris.
Yes,
yes.
And Amara La Negra and Erica Peoples and Jolie Fisher. It was directed and produced by Footage Films. Chris.
That like is gonna be super funny.
Let me tell you something. There is such a cult following for people who love Weekend at Bernie's and Girls Trip.
Girls Trip.
So you kind of mesh the two,
right.
And then you get Fall Girls, and it is super funny. Paris is amazing in this freaking movie. You know, like how that Tiffany Haddish where you went to see Girls Trip, and it was like, oh, we freaking love her. Who is, you know, it's like Tiffany been grinding for 100,000 years. Everybody act like she just fell out the sky.
Same thing with Paris.
She's always
Paris
been
been in the
talented.
business
Paris has been grinding,
Yeah.
you know, and so now people would get to see her do her thing, and it was just cool to be a part of the project.
I loved watching the trailer when the guy was calling her sexy chocolate or something.
Yeah,
she was
so she's
like,
yeah. And that, you know, that was her second time acting. Paris and I did a pilot for a scripted program where we worked together, and that was on Amazon Prime.
Good.
And then now we got the chance to do this movie. But it's January the 12th on BET. It's called Fall Girls. And so hopefully you guys will check me out in that.
Still rolling.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
super proud of you, man. You're
Thank
doing your
you.
thing. I have to ask one question.
Okay.
Will you be returning to Basketball Wives?
Well, now to that I say this. I was on Sister Circle this morning. And
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Are you loving hosting? Do you like hosting?
I do. You know,
Good.
we've got some things in the work in that area as well.
Okay.
Hold on, child. And there was a guest on there. Her name was Dr. Jackie. And she gave advice on when people ask you something. And her advice was, that's not a question I'm going to answer right now. How you doing?
Hello. So with that being said, stay tuned.
That's a nice way to say mind your business. That's what she had told me.
So, let everybody know they can follow you on your social medias and all that good care. No.
You can find me. This is where it gets serious.
Oh my God.
TAMI Roman, TAMI Roman. And can I just speak to that really briefly before Q kicks me out of here? When you say you love me, and you say you've been a fan of mine since the real world, and you say you love Bonnet Chronicles, and then you go to leave a comment and you spell my name TAMMY or TAMMI. I don't believe you. So
TAMI
Roman. Please, for the love of the Lord, learn to spell my name right.
Good job. Thank you so much, Tammy, for sitting down with Q. Y'all keep it locked. Y'all already know what time it is. Catch me each and every Tuesday on WTNT's 107.7, Q in the Streets.
Ow.